Hey everyone, it's Dr. Barden here. I'm gonna just give a quick little intro about what the next few videos are going to be about, just so that way you've got a little bit of context and just a little bit of a summary. If you can't tell from what's on the screen, we're going to talk about this software called Wwise. Sometimes I end up saying Weiss, just depending on how I'm talking, but Wwise, this is what we call an audio middleware. So this kind of lives in between the the audio, you can think of it as like in between the audio file and the game engine. You could think of it as almost like a mini game engine, but it really just focuses on audio. It works with things like Unreal and Unity and the like to handle a lot of the audio specific things. Game engines do a lot of really powerful, important things, but because of that, they aren't like devoted to audio. Wwise is specifically devoted to audio, so it does a whole lot of stuff there, and I'm gonna put a link to this page in the description. I'm not gonna play it in the video here for a variety of reasons, but there are some very useful videos that kind of explain some of the things that Wwise can do, and you can find those here on their overview page for it. So let's just kind of read a little bit of it, but I'll put the link here in the description for you to check out, because I want everyone to watch these. There's about 4 videos here that just kind of show off a bit about what it does. So it powers interactive experiences and real-time performing technologies. So it's a complete suite of design and development tools that you can do a lot of stuff with audio regardless of what you're focusing on. So authoring, again, I'm not going to deep dive into the videos here, but basically think of this as just like this is all the stuff that you're doing to make the music your own. Mixing can respond to a lot of different parts of the game, and you can actually set it up to have specific settings based off of what platform it's releasing on, which is kind of cool. Spatial audio is audio that's been spatialized, so you can just see in the screenshot here that it's calculating reverb delay times based off of the game environment. Interactive music, again, it can playback gets affected by the actions of the game. And then runtime processing and synthesis is all about how it generates its own sounds, sometimes based at runtime, meaning just in the moment when it happens, it gets generated for real rather than just playing back a file. And there's a variety of plugins that are both free and you could buy some for what we care about. We aren't dealing with the plugins, but a lot of different things here, a lot of good resources to have. So the reason I'm bringing this up, this will be a kind of multi-day thing, is because if you want for your final project, you can use the Cube demo, load in your own sounds and explore it, and basically make your own sonic environment with all the various Foley and effects and back sounds. But we'll talk about that more as we go along. This is not a software I have a ton of experience in, so that would be a big undertaking is how I'll set that up. A few other resources that I'll toss in the description of the video here for you. There's a little YouTube course. It's on an older version of what we'll be looking at, but it's been helpful for me for just learning some of this stuff on my own. So, it's worth checking out. Again, older versions, things look slightly different, but broadly speaking, it's all been the same. There's also this is their website, so you can find the different videos. Again, it's old, but it's useful there. All right, I had some issues importing some stuff. All right, so those are the big things that we've got right there, just looking into Wwise. Again, our goal for the next few videos is kind of broken up into sections so you can look at each one individually, is to get it installed, up and running. It should already be on the computers in the lab, but I've not had the chance to check that because I just learned that was the case today. So you could get this up and going on the lab computers, which would be a major way to speed things up. But we'll talk about how you can get it installed, get all the parts that you need, and then we'll get into loading in some game sounds, like loading in your own sounds into the project, how you can affect them in different ways and implement them in a small game that just runs actually in Wwise itself. So we'll talk about all those things and explore some sounds, and that's about all I got to say about that. So let's just dive in.